Top five. Top five. Top five. Top five.
What is going on, YouTubeverse? John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you another Top 5 on this beautiful Top 5 Friday. And I hate to rain on your parade, but today we are talking about the Top 5 best breakup albums of all time. And yes, it's going to be a little bit of a downer, but you know, sometimes you need to hear a little melancholy music. Maybe you're going through a breakup of your own. Sometimes if you're like me, a crazy person, it's just nice to hear some sad music every once in a while. Maybe you just need to realize perspective that maybe your life isn't that bad if someone else is going through worse, you know? At any rate, let's get right to it. A lot of great ones here. At number 5, The Beast in Its Tracks by Josh Ritter. Man, this 2013 album is just a masterpiece, and it was introduced as a breakup record just right off the bat. If you read any articles about it, Ritter himself just very hard on his sleeve, not just in the lyrics of the album, but in explaining what the album is about. He had just broken up with his ex-wife, and you know, just from the opening, just hard to listen to, like with songs like Evil Eye. But then when you get towards the end of the record, it's kind of a meditative, he's getting through it, and there's just, I think, the best Josh Ritter song out there, Joy to You Baby. And he's not just getting through it himself, but also wishing joy to his ex in the song. And it's really just an upbeat, positive outlook on this whole situation. And it helped that he was also, through the process of making this album, had met someone new that he fell in love with. And there's some also very beautiful songs about that along the way. So great record from Josh Ritter, one of the best songwriters we have out there today. So now at number 4, Sea Change by Beck. Beck, one of the greatest artists out there, a chameleon, just, you know, started out on the scene with songs like Devil's Haircut, Where It's At, Loser, just these fun kind of like hip hop mixed with alternative punk music, with folk, just you name it. Everything. He throws the kitchen sink at you, but here he's just stripped down, bare, acoustic, and produced beautifully by Nigel Godrich. And you know, he went through a breakup, and it's very obvious on songs like Lonesome Tears, which is just amazing. Guess I'm Doing Fine. It's really, really depressing stuff, but the production on this is magical. The songwriting, Beck doesn't get much better than this, to be honest with you. I mean, he's got some great pop stuff like Dreams, and the stuff I mentioned before, but as far as just bare bones acoustic greatness, man, Sea Change is just a classic. So that's at my number 4. Now at number 3,
She's so strange, and she wore a black mustache.
The Man Who by Travis. And no, Travis is not a person. Travis is a band, this British pop band that came on the scene in the late 90s. Unfortunately, a lot of people today don't really know them, but they are still out there doing their thing, and this is the album that broke them through. And you wouldn't think so, because it is such a sad, melancholic kind of album, with the hit song being Why Does It Always Rain on Me? And it's very obvious that Fran Healy had gone through a breakup around this time, and it translated so beautifully into songs like Writing to Reach You, As You Are, Love, and many other people. Again, another album produced by the great Nigel Godrich of Radiohead, OK Computer, and The Bends, and many other Radiohead album fame. He just elevated this music that may otherwise just be like this sad, oh my God, how can you listen to this? there's just this beautiful warmth to it. The bass is so huge. And Fran Healy, just a great songwriter. Love this band from the UK, and they are still great, but this, I think, is their best. So that was my number 3. Now at number 2...
I don't wanna change you. I don't wanna change you. I don't wanna change your mind.
My favorite Faded Fantasy by Damien Rice. Oh man, this is... I struggled not to put this at number 1 actually, because this is like the breakup album of all breakup albums, especially when you consider who he broke up with. Lisa Hannigan, who is also an incredible Irish artist in her own right, who has really come into her own as a solo artist. But, you know, prior to this, she and Damien had created these amazing albums, Oh and Elephant, and she was like his muse, let alone amazing harmony vocalist on some of his best songs. And he vowed to never make music again after they broke up. And he realized it was his fault, and he really beat himself up. And let like 8 years or something pass before he put this album out. And oh my gosh, I mean, this is like slit your wrist sadness here, but it is just hauntingly beautiful and produced by Rick Rubin. Man, the strings on some of the arrangements on this thing are just incredible, from the opening self-titled track all the way to the ending. It is just one of the best albums to come out in the last 10 years. And that's really saying something, because there's great music out there. But Damien Rice, you made a masterpiece here. Can't wait for your next outing. And that's just my number 2. Now at number 1. Blue by Joni Mitchell from 1971. It had to be this record. This is one that is just genre defying, because, you know, there's a lot of sad breakup folk music out there. I'll even throw out Blood on the Tracks by Bob Dylan, which almost made my top 5, would probably make a lot of other people's lists. Rumors by Fleetwood Mac, obviously. But this is the one, guys, the one that set the template for what a breakup folk album could be. I mean, Joni Mitchell just puts it all out there, and the songwriting is beautiful. Obviously, the title track, Blue, is the one that really sets the stage for what this album is all about. Just a heart-aching piano ballad. And even songs like My Old Man, which are cute and whimsical, they have these lines like, and when he's gone, me and them lonesome blues collide, the bed's too big, the frying pan's too wide. You know, it's Joni just throwing her heart out there, man. And songs like The River, when she says, I'm selfish and I'm sad, and I lost the best baby I ever had. I wish I had a river that I could skate away on. Oh my God. It's just like, so sad, but so beautiful. And to me, it's summed up by the last track on the album, The Last Time I Saw Richard, where she's, you can just, the songwriting on this is so brilliant and so good that you just feel like you're in this bar with Joni and Richard and their last meeting together. And she goes on to describe his life after the breakup. And it's so vivid and so real. And then when she says, I'm going to spread my wings and fly, you're like, yes, man. Joni is going to move on from this, and it's all going to be okay. But what a journey Blue is. And I don't think she's ever made an album that's lived up to that. It is just a perfect record from start to finish, an A+ if you ask me. So that is my top 5, guys. Top 5 breakup albums. Let me know what you think of my list. I'd love to see your list in the comments below. Leave me your top 5. Leave me your comments. Let me know what I left out. And guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate everybody tuning in. And if you can, please subscribe. I got top 5s coming every Friday and other content. Thank you, guys. And as always, Viva la vinyl! So please click like and subscribe by clicking the Johnny Radio icon to the right. There's also some other content for your viewing pleasure. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.